Part two, Mr. Artist in Recovery. It's 2:38 in the morning, West Coast time. Still the 17th of January, 2024. Why the hell am I up this morning? Well, this is the Weaver John C. of Roseman, California. Just to put the tag on this one, I didn't do it in the earlier one. Sorry. Half the video of mine was responding to half of your video. Then I heard about the truck driving, and I'm thinking, you really don't get it, did you? No, you didn't get it. Dime a dozen. Dime a dozen. That's what we are. If the job labor market is hurting for more employees and they got more, you know, more demand, we're talking about economics 101 here, dude. Supply and demand. If they've got enough employees out there trying to get applications in for what limited jobs, you know you're going to get screwed over one way or another. I know because I've been learning it the hard way over 30 frickin' years on this one. Didn't matter which job it was. If I thought I was comfortably situated in it and I thought I knew better, boom. Retail health high turnover. Truck driving's high turnover. Business is turnover. Wasn't like it on other occasions because the stories that I heard and read about jobs about 40s, 50s, 60s, the manufacturing jobs that we had where middle class was being built, and I saw those videos and I was reading about those stuff and I was hearing about stuff. How good the jobs were back then. Different times, different attitudes, different atmospheres, different era, different things happening around that would create an economic situation where people would actually have good jobs, long paying jobs if they weren't screwing it up left and right. And back then, it was not just drugs that they were actually having issues, but it was more of alcohol. But they didn't have the treatment centers like we have. You were worried about it in the late 90s concerning about drug treatments being available to people. We'll also consider this that certain companies didn't give a shit. If they had very few positions open, but they actually had high demands for them, as in application after application, guess what, pal? You either watched your ass or you saw your ass out the door. By the way, regarding that Wizinator, oh my god, that's a good damn thing I didn't have to go through that kind of crap. No, it was only my attitude on the jobs that usually threw it off. I was going to get drunk. But the thing is, I never gone through the drug testing except just to get into the damn door of the companies. That's about it. Company before I did Walmart was Blue Cross of California. I worked in the call center. Dealt with the doctors and hospitals regarding their issues. They had a problem concerning about eligibility. Okay, fine, we find something about it. But mostly it was trying to deal with the damn claims situations. Hell, I could do videos about that one. I think I did. But in the call center, you're constantly monitored by supervisors listening. You also have auditors listening on here saying, "What's he saying? What's he saying? Is he doing this right? Let's take a look at the computer. He's doing it right. Good." When we had customer service awards happening inside our unit, I thought I was top number one call center guy over there. I wasn't, but it was nice to get an award. Busting my ass for these people left and right, I might as well get an award for it. So builds up the attitude, builds up the thing. I think I'm better than these guys. Builds up the ego. Your particular situation concerning about a high demand, high functioning job, and that meant you need to keep your wits absolutely when you're on the road, because handling a big rig or even a truck on the road for deliveries requires everything of you. Hell, I talked to my brother too many times on this damn shit. He was going through training. He talked to other truck drivers about the damn situation. You've been on the road for about 7 years at that time, and you thought you had it handled. You said so. You knew how hard the job was in the first place, but you needed the money because it was a good paying job. And you decided you can handle it, and you could cheat the system. So did I. And it still eventually catches up on you. You've only been done it one time. I did it a few times. The time before Walmart was the time I got in the program. One of my earlier videos talked more about it in detail. If I really specifically talked about it in detail, Google and Yahoo, actually YouTube and Google would not have me. That bad. Especially if I really got into the guts about that one. Suffice it to say, I'm my own worst nightmare when it came down for jobs. Get comfortable, think I know what I'm doing at that point over here, and not being teachable, open, flexible, not bending. A reed bends in the wind, does not break if it is flexible. Think on that one there, grasshopper. But yeah. Walmart terminated my ass because I was a schmuck. I pissed off managers. But I also tried to keep the customers happy as well. I was working front lines and not sales. That was the thing I was doing my customer service best. Working the front lines, handling the customers one by one, and also in line. Handling customers one by one, but dealing with tough customer situations where they're going explosive and managers are not helping. And salespersons are put into tough jobs like that, either by testing or by not testing. You don't know if you're going to get tested or not, but you are getting monitored. You are getting monitored. Fast food's just the same way. You're constantly monitored by your own peers and also by management and by customer feedback. I know. So yeah, you've been through it one time with the trucking industry. There had to be others that you didn't talk about. See, there's also more to your story than meets the eye. Mine too. Just some things I hold back. But here's the thing. Once you've been let go after the job, yeah, you feel like retaliation, but it's not worth it. Retaliation is never worth it. Once you're done with the company, that's it. Walk off. That sucks, and you want payback on the damn thing. I know. Been there, done that. Didn't work. Never works. At least for me, anyway. So, if that wasn't going to be enough talking about that one, today's anniversary, January 17th, 2024. Can we change topics, please? Away from a barista going insane with with volcanism going on in her and in company and everything else, to actual geology. In about an hour and a half or more than that, we're going to have an anniversary of biblical proportions. At least in my damn book, anyway. Calculator up here. 30 years ago. 30 frickin' years ago, dude. 30 frickin' years. We actually had the earthquake out here out in Northridge. But actually hit in San Fernando Valley. And I talked about this one in my videos as well. About geology, about the anniversary, and how the hell it scared the living crap out of me. Okay, that's that I'm going to do again. Okay. So, part 3.